Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to our live coverage of the Dritte Liga Matchday 34 and a huge game at the Ludwigspark Stadion between FC Saarbrücken and Dynamo Dresden that will have a massive impact on each club's promotion aspirations. Arminia Bielefeld's victory against Hansa Rostock means that Michel Kniat's team have gone top of the league, but 3 points here for Dresden and they will recoup the league leader's mantle, whereas Saarbrücken, now fourth in the table, could move back into third and above Cottbus, a point behind Dresden and 2 behind Bielefeld. It promised to be an exciting and frenetic race. The starting 11 here for Rüdiger Ziel. Injuries mean that he has to readapt his starting formation. It is going to be a 3-5-2 with Khan and Rabihic expected to become the creators behind Krüger and Brünker. They haven't been in the best goal-scoring form this season. Neither striker has been able to put up double figures. There is Rüdiger Ziel, getting ready for this one against Dynamo Dresden. His opposite number, Thomas Stamm, my apology, said that he was travelling to the Ludwigspark Stadion without any fear or without any anxiousness, that Saarbrücken were a good team, but that there was a reason why Dynamo Dresden were the league leaders. Dynamo Dresden, who have dropped points in their last 2 matches, which means that this one takes an even bigger turn. And to get the job done here, there are players who are returning from injury and some others who were a doubt. Berda in midfield alongside Vinko Sapina. 4 at the back, as we have seen, with Sterner, Kammerknecht, Bühning and Risch. And then Jakob Lermer and Kotter will be the players looking to provide the creativity down the flanks. Christoph Daffner is now the first choice striker. With his 17 league goals, we know just how important Daffner can be. Dynamo Dresden with the habit of starting games quickly when they can. And this is as big a game as it gets at the top of the Dritte Liga standings. 2,000 away fans have made the trip here to the Ludwigspark Stadion. It's an absolute sellout as first versus third ahead of matchday 34 takes centre stage. And this is just a little taster of what is to come over the next 90 minutes. Saarbrücken, a chance ringing out already. It is the big clash of matchday 34 in the Dritte Liga, one that has been penciled in and eye-marked for quite some time. FC Saarbrücken welcome Dynamo Dresden to the Ludwigspark Stadion, looking to narrow the gap with Dresden at the top of the Dritte Liga table. Thomas Stamm and Dynamo have lost top spot in the league to Arminia Bielefeld after Bielefeld won 4-0 against Hansa Rostock. But there are now 4 teams who look like they are going to be competing for the 2 automatic promotion places to the Bundesliga 2. It promises to be an incredible atmosphere and possibly an even better game. 2 attacking sides, 2 sides who like to score goals, and 2 sides, however, who have had their defensive frailties as well. Dresden come into the match without a win in their last 2. That's allowed the teams behind them to make up ground on Dynamo, whereas Saarbrücken have also struggled of late, winning just 1 of their last 5 league matches. It's perfectly set up here at the Ludwigspark Stadion as Saarbrücken and Dresden face off. Taking charge of the match is Timo Ganslovate of the Dortmund region. He'll be assisted by Asmir Osmanagic and Stefan Zilsdorf. Fabien Michel is our 4th official. Rüdiger Ziel waits. He knows that this is a big game. He's had to deal with a number of injuries, particularly in the midfield positions. It's something that cannot be overlooked. Richard Neudecker missing. Fabio Steller missing as well. And Sebastian Vassiliadis suspended for this game. That is a big miss. FC Saarbrücken and Dynamo Dresden both suffered heartbreak last season as a late dip in form meant that they were unable to achieve promotion to the Bundesliga 2. Fast forward a year to now, and both teams face each other in a game that could be absolutely pivotal in determining who gains promotion to the Bundesliga 2. With Cottbus and Arminia Bielefeld not far behind, looking to ambush both these teams and pip them to the promotion, this game takes on a massive importance. It's perfectly set up at the Ludwigspark Stadion, a sellout here, and 2,000 away fans as well to mark the occasion. Dresden tend to start games quickly, and that is going to be something Saarbrücken, despite being at home, are going to have to contend with to try and shut them out. Bühning. Now Riesch. Watch out for number 5, Elijah Kran on the ball now, looking to use his physicality immediately. Multhaup. Crossing chance, perhaps. Does get the cross away, cleared by Bühning. No respites early on. A minute 18 of play, a minute 18 where the ball has stayed in play. That is the commentator's curse just when it needs to happen. Looking at the results coming into the match for both sets of players, Saarbrücken have just won 1 of their last 5. It's been a really damaging run for them. The loss against Stuttgart 2 in particular, one that was inexplicable here as Jonas Sterner gets the cross in, headed away. It'll come back to Sterner now. Lemmer puts it in on the volley. Oh my goodness. What an unbelievable goal to break the deadlock. The Dynamo Dresden travelling fans are going absolutely crazy in the away end. It's a dream start for Dresden. It's a nightmare for Saarbrücken. Christoph Daffner just gets himself in a good position. Lemmer and Daffner on the volley. That is absolutely sublime. Take a bow, Herr Daffner. Number 18 of the Dritte Liga season for you. We expect a reaction sooner rather than later from Saarbrücken. Now the good news for Saarbrücken is that Dynamo Dresden have been conceding goals of late. Conceded against VfL Osnabrück in a surprising defeat, although Osnabrück were then able to beat Ingolstadt as well yesterday to continue their good moment and gain crucial points in terms of their bid to stay in the Dritte Liga. They also conceded twice against Ingolstadt, twice against Hanover too. The last and only clean sheet they've kept in their last 5 games, Dresden, was against Wehen, and a comfortable 2-0 win for Thomas Stamm and his players. Looks like we're going to have a slight delay perhaps here. Pyrotechnics in the crowd. Reaction to Daffner's goal, which we might see again. I mean, look at this. It's such a difficult skill on the volley to get the right accuracy. He just guides it into that far corner. Nothing, absolutely nothing Philipp Menzel can do. Such has been the form of Christoph Daffner this season. It's what you come to expect from him. Tölke. It's overhit. Looking for Multhau. Certainly not the game plan that he would have expected. His game plan's probably been torn up and thrown out the window at this point. Rüdiger Ziel. Certainly, if the idea was to shut up shop at the start of the game and try and resist Dresden, we spoke about it. Dynamo start games quickly, they put you under pressure. That pressure paid off with the first chance of the match. Good physical battle. Played across now. Taken over here. Rizzuto. Tölke intercepted. That's a poor pass. Easily read. Counter-attack on. Lemmer in space. Sterner arriving. Lemmer goes for it. It's a good save. Still alive. Fell to Christoph Daffner. And the offside flag is up just to come to the rescue of Saarbrücken. Decent enough strike by Jakob Lemmer, who's already got an assist. Philipp Menzel makes the save. Considering the circumstances, it's an important save as well for Menzel. Going 2-0 down at that time could have been absolutely catastrophic for Saarbrücken. Krüger, Kran. There's a real fascinating duel in the midfield as well between Elijah Kran and Vinko Sapina. Rizzuto, good play. He's lively. Kalosha Rizzuto. Him and Rabihic have a good understanding down the Saarbrücken left flank. It'll be a test for Lemmer and Sterner, who are two very attacking players. If you look at the history between these two sides, then Dynamo Dresden have only ever won once here at the Ludwigspark Stadion against Saarbrücken. Victory which came in 2005 in the Bundesliga 2. 1-0 win on that occasion. These teams who have already played each other in all the professional tiers of German football, including the Bundesliga, of course, during the 1992-1993 season. Blama showed a yellow card for that challenge as well. Bad challenge. Sapina trying to get past Kran. There's a glimpse of the duel we were talking about. Tölke with a good interception, and Hauptmann stops Tölke's pass. I think Tölke has to be a little bit careful. That's more than once he's given the ball away. And we've seen just how costly it can be. Saarbrücken struggling to get themselves up the pitch at the moment. Saarbrücken have struggled over the last 20 years, that's for certain. 20 years ago they were in the Bundesliga 2 and finished 12. The season after that, 2005-2006, they were relegated. And they've been in the lower echelons of the German football pyramid since then. Actually relegated to the Regionalliga Südwest until the end of 2020 in the COVID season. Been in the Dritte Liga since. And that's a wicked touch. Oh, how unlucky. A horrid deflection off Tölke, who's been struggling since the start of the game. And Dynamo Dresden lead by 2 with a huge, huge strike of luck in their favour. He can't believe it. It's such a speculative ball in, and it just slices off the shin of Tölke. How misfortunate in such a big game. And everything that can be going wrong for Saarbrücken at the moment is going wrong. It's going to take something very special in terms of the character and the mentality in the team now to turn this around. And the crowd are going to have to play their part. Kran, that's a good ball. Multhaupt, can he keep it in play? He can. Corner Saarbrücken. They're attacking just in front of the Dynamo Dresden away fans, who possibly in their wildest dreams couldn't have imagined such a positive start to the game. In comes the corner. It's a free kick given against the home side. So it's got big consequences for the rest of the league as well. Let's not forget, Arminia Bielefeld had taken top spot in the standings, but Dynamo Dresden have now moved back in front of Die Blauen, Cottbus and Saarbrücken now behind them. Brünke, great tackle. And that's going to be a yellow card shown to Brünke. Looked like a clean challenge on Lars Bühning. But I have to say, we were a long way away. It looks to me like he gets the ball, gets a piece of the man as well, but as we so often tend to forget, football is a contact sport. Couple of the players missing. Saarbrücken just looking to maybe settle themselves, have a little bit more of the ball, assure themselves, but they're not going to be able to waste too much time. That's not going to please the crowd either. Cotter going down. He was bullish ahead of kickoff. Thomas Stam, not at all impressed or intimidated by the game. Said that if a team is third up until this point in the season, talking about Saarbrücken, then it was justified. As Daphne cushions that one down, he gets it across. Chance again. It's strike at goal and well blocked this time. Sterner arriving. We know he's capable of pitching in with goals. He's scored twice, he's assisted 6 more importantly. At the moment, Philipp Menzel can't really do much. Dynamo Dresden, one of the most passionate fan bases in Germany. An article in German papers that the next 3 home games for Dynamo Dresden are all going to be sold out. Over 29,000 fans expected. Cross comes in, cleared this time. Schreiber. All Saarbrücken need to do is get one. That's the reality. And then this place will turn into an absolute fire pit for the Dynamo Dresden players. That's what they need to do. Need to convince themselves to try and really bring the pressure, bring the physicality. Just feel that perhaps the formation that Rüdiger Ziel has gone to, again dictated by the fact he is missing players, important players, might play into the hands of Dynamo Dresden, who've packed the midfields, as they so often do, with players who not only are physical, with Böder and Schapina, who will be the players really marshalling the midfield, and then someone like Niklas Hauptmann, who's an absolute workhorse as well. Elijah Kran has to show his physical quality. He's that player that's been brought in particularly into this match to bully the Dynamo Dresden midfielders, and the intensity has to come from Saarbrücken. We know they're capable of scoring goals. That's not going to be a free kick. Looking ahead, coming into the game, Saarbrücken actually had one of the best defences in the league behind Arminia Bielefeld. Only conceded 35 goals, Arminia Bielefeld 34, Dynamo Dresden 36. No surprise that the top teams in the leagues have the best statistics, but they're going to have to tidy up the passing. That's good play. It's on timer. Tackled away there by Jonas Sterner. He's an important player as well, Sonsheimer. Long throw in. Headed down, not too far away. Played back into the box, but too much weight on the ball. Runke, body check there by the Dresden defenders. Good defending. Saarbrücken, though, starting to have things go their way a little bit more at the moment. Multaub. Brünker. Just behind Multaub, the pass, but that was a good idea. It did take a touch on its way through, so it is still a Saarbrücken ball. Krüger's throw in. Players on the edge of the box, ball comes in, headed towards goal, and there's the goal. It's Sonnenberg, and it's game on at the Ludwigsparkstadion. Well, we did say that this was promising to be a really exciting game. Two teams who score goals, two teams who concede goals. It's a great ball in, and Sonnenberg just wins this duel. Yes, maybe a little bit of fortune as to how it goes in, but all he does is try and put his head on it, and then he's able to guide it underneath the crossbar of Schreiber. And now this place is going to turn into an absolute cauldron of noise. Sven Sonnenberg, second of the season for him, and listen to the noise already. Krüger releases it perfectly. Multaub has Brünker in the middle. In comes the ball. That was risky, but well done there by Risch. Had to get it right. Referee does come back to the foul, possibly helped into making that decision by the crowd. Kashapina not exactly agreeing there with Timur Ganslovate. It's going to be a big game as well for the referee, but you have to say so far he's tried to keep his authority intact. Two early yellow cards have been dished out. Cross comes in. Brünker cushions it on the volley. Good effort by BeReal. The Swiss found himself in a really good position. Claudio Kammerknecht is down. Really intelligent play by Kai Brünker. And then a little bump by Sonnenberg into the back of Kammerknecht, just to let him know. It's a little naughty by Sven Sonnenberg, but from a Saarbrücken point of view, it's what you want to see. You have to see that attitude, that determination. They were unlucky to concede a second. They were possibly lucky to pull a goal back. But they've been playing much better over the last 10 minutes or so. Problem with Dynamo Dresden is they're capable of scoring a goal at any given time. Only Ingolstadt have scored more than Dresden this season. Krüger. Rizzuto. Under-hit that pass, and it's on timer. Judged not to have fouled the man. Daffner. Hauptmann. Kran comes back and does the job. Krüger. That's a rash tackle, and that'll be a free kick. Chapina went to ground. Sontheimer appeals for a yellow. It was Rabihic who was brought down. Well, I'll tell you what, Spina's a little lucky not to come away from that without a yellow. Stud showing as well. Rabihic to take the free kick. Played in by Rabihic. Krüger able to collect. Elijah Kran now. Lovely interchange with Krüger. Then it's Brünker. Schreiber able to hold his ground this time, but Saarbrücken coming closer and closer to the equalising goal. And their aerial threat is causing problems here to Dresden. Hauptmann absolutely furious with the defending there by Riesch and by Kotter. Elijah Kran, Calogero Rizzuto. Here's BeReal. Brünker cushions it down. Rabihic has Rizzuto to left. It's good defending. Tackles are absolutely flying in. The physicality and the quality in the game matches the occasion. Böder to Sterner. Once again, well defended. Rabihic. He's the player Saarbrücken want on the ball as much as possible. Brünker through. Player goes down. Didn't look like there was too much in that. Every challenge being met by a cry from the crowd. We're only 27 minutes in. Rabihic. Clever. Krüger now. Hauptmann able to collect. Dresden really struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Saarbrücken are playing as if it was the 80th minute and they're going for broke. Haven't even played half an hour here at the Ludwigspark Stadion. Selke able to clear. He'll be feeling a lot more relief now that his team are back in the game after scoring that unfortunate own goal. That's good play. Kotter, he's got players in the middle. And this time, takes an important touch off BeReal and goes behind for a corner. Losing the ball cheaply is something that Saarbrücken are going to have to cut out at all costs. Cross comes in. Header, nobody there. Cotter is just wide it goes. Can't take your eyes off this game for a moment. Good form at the moment, Cotter as well. Nobody deals with the cross. And it goes agonizingly wide for the Dresden number 11. Lemmer. Tackle by Sonsheimer. Rüdiger Zehl spoke at length in his pre-match press conference about the fact that he was missing up to 7 players for this game as the ball's been stolen here by Sonsheimer. Brünker hangs right. Here is Kai Brünker. Goes into the side netting. You can see the frustration. It was Multhaup. It's not an easy angle. Multhaup has quality, we know that. Also pitched in with a couple of goals this season, 3 to be exact. Schreiber. Kran. BeReal. Ritsuta slip, but was able to readjust his body well. Krüger, just over the line. For the first time in the game, I just feel that the energy levels are dropping ever so slightly. It's been such a frenetic start, though, that you can hardly blame the players. Just seeing Rüdiger Zehl there, who was saying that the injury list had become just a little bit longer after the draw against Wehen. Unconvincing draw, and again the ball given away by Saarbrücken. Opportunity for Dresden. Hauptmann. Clever feet there from Hauptmann. The cross block. Sterner. Rizzuto. So assured in possession, Rizzuto, and that's a lovely ball as well. Multhaup. You can see the confidence coming back to the Saarbrücken players now. Kran. Sonsheimer. BeReal. Krüger. It's controlled by Multhaup. Not easy to control. Sterner finds Lemmer. Böder now. Kammerknecht. Space again for Böder. Clever ball in, well defended this time. BeReal. Kammerknecht. Shapina chipped over the top for Lemmer. It's a good idea. Slightly too much weight on the ball there. Dresden will be absolutely determined to avoid what happened to them last season. And apart from the game against Arminia Bielefeld, which might actually determine who wins the league this season, as well as who gets automatic promotion to the Bundesliga 2, as Chapin and Rabihic have come together. Have a look at the tackle again. Rabihic just pushes it slightly too far. Step on foot a little bit. Nothing naughty about that. Didn't mean to do it, Rabihic. But coming back to the fixtures, next 4 games for Dynamo Dresden is quite, on paper at least, what you would imagine to be a comfortable end to the season. Sandhausen, Mannheim and Unterhaching are the 3 players that Dresden play, apart from Arminia Bielefeld. All 3 of them are in the bottom 4 and currently facing relegation. So you would imagine that Dynamo Dresden will take maximum points from those matches. And with the other head-to-heads that are going to be played between the teams in the top 4, then you do feel that possibly maximum points from those 3 games will be enough to take them through to the Bundesliga 2, regardless of the result they have against Arminia Bielefeld. You're always at risk, however, of something going wrong. Bühning. Kran. Sonsheimer. Space here for Rizzuto. Sonsheimer. Well defended by Lars Bühning. It's given away very quickly here by Dresden. Kran, Krüger, Sonsheimer. See what Brünker was trying to do, just ease it into the path of Krüger, who'd made the run. Sonsheimer. Very well defended by Bühning again, and now the counter-attack is on. Hauptmann has found Lemmer. Lemmer back to Hauptmann. Daphner as well was there. That's a risk as soon as you start pushing players forwards. Dresden have that innate ability to counter-attack with such efficiency. Needed a last gasp tackle there to deny Daphner a shot at goal. Considering the form Christoph Daphner's in, every time he takes a shot, very much a possibility that he scores. It's already added an incredible 18th goal of the season. Sonnenberg, Menzel, Kran, stayed in play, good feet by Multhau. Timer. 5 minutes to go until half-time. Saarbrücken trail by a goal here against Dresden. Christoph Daffner volleyed home. A beautiful first for Dynamo before a Tölke own goal seemed to put Saarbrücken in a world of trouble until Sven Sonnenberg's header narrowed the deficit. Now it's a really open game. Rizzuto draws out the foul from Sterner, and that'll be a yellow card. A little bit naive from Jonas Sterner because he's going nowhere. Rizzuto sticks out the leg. Rizzuto goes over. That's a yellow card now. Both Lemmer and Sterner have been shown yellows down that right side for Dresden. Rabihic to take the free kick. This is going to be retaken. Coming together between Bühning and Tölke and Krüger involved as well. Rabihic's ball. Good looking ball as well. How close was that? Sonnenberg on for an unlikely brace. Might just have been Kai Brünke, you know, ahead of Sonnenberg. It was. That is a whisker wide. Brünke wins the challenge. Multhaup. Rabihic. It's Tölke who stayed down here. Struggling to get back up to his feet, the German, but he does. Timer. In comes the cross. Tölke was there. Rizzuto back in the middle. Schreiber called for it. Didn't get it. Rizzuto. Saarbrücken pushing for the equalising goal just before half-time. Sontheimer. Krüger's in space. Krüger lacked a little bit of power on the effort there to really trouble Schreiber. Saarbrücken come close yet again. They've left themselves open on the counter-attack. Good tackle by Rabihic. Referee doesn't see that as a foul on Kotzer. Kran playing with fire, but he's done really well. Managed to evade the press of three players. 3 minutes of added time. Signalled by fourth official Fabien Michel. Players forwards here for Saarbrücken. Goes behind for a corner. Having some game at the moment, Sven Sonnenberg. First season with Saarbrücken for the 26-year-old who had previously played in the Dritte Liga with Hansa Rostock before moving to the Eredivisie in the Netherlands with Heracles. Corner comes in. Tölke was there. Now Rizzuto. Good tackle. It's been anything but quiet inside the Ludwigsparkstadion, but Rizzuto wants a little bit more noise from the home fans. Michel. Brünke did well. Krüger. Rizzuto airs is out. Tölke. Sonnenberg. Krüger, lovely football. Now Sontheimer. Daffner. Asking a lot of Cotter there. Sonnenberg able to claim it. No, he hasn't. Cotter is through. Surely Cotter for the third. Still alive and saved by Menzel. Now it's Daffner. An absolutely bonkers passage of play. Sonnenberg loses the ball in an unforgivable position. Cotter then doesn't hit it properly. Hauptmann takes a tumble and Daffner sends it over. That's been the first half in a nutshell here. It's been absolutely frenetic for most of the game. Risch warned by the referee that is his last one. The half-time whistle goes here at the Ludwigsparkstadion. It's been a thrilling first 45 minutes of play where it seems everything has happened. Thomas Stam and Dynamo Dresden will be the happier of the two sides. They led by 2 early on, only for Sven Sonnenberg to head Saarbrücken back into the game. But you just get the feeling that this one is far from over. At the break here at the Ludwigsparkstadion, it is Saarbrücken 1, Dynamo Dresden 2. Woo. Oh, it's a great game. Yeah, man. It's been good. Really good. But Daphne's goal is crazy. Yeah. Okay, see you, dude.
Say that again, Nico.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Ludwigspark Stadion for the second half between Saarbrücken and Dynamo Dresden. At halftime, it is Dresden who have a 2-1 lead thanks to two early goals. One, a beauty from Christoph Daffner before a Tölke own goal put Saarbrücken 2 goals behind. Sven Sonnenberg was then able to equalise with a looping header that Schreiber couldn't reach. And now there are 45 minutes left for Saarbrücken to try and claw themselves back into the game and earn at least a point against Thomas Stam's team, who have been very threatening but who lost control of the game as the minutes went by in the first half. It looks like Rüdiger Ziel is going to be making a substitution with the introduction of number 18, Lasse Wilhelm, who comes on for Bjarne Tölke, who wasn't having the best game. Tölke, who scored the own goal, which took Dynamo Dresden up by 2. So a change here, possibly to protect Tölke more than anything. A frenetic first 45 minutes at the Ludwigspark Stadion. 45 minutes left now for Saarbrücken to try and find an equaliser or even better against Dynamo Dresden, who, as things stand, have regained top spot in the Dritte Liga. As the first half went by, they lost an element of control in the game, Dresden, which is something that Thomas Stamm will have undoubtedly addressed. Krüger, who is the designated long throw taker of this Saarbrücken side. He's got length on that one. None of his teammates, however, able to flick it on. Brünke comes back to win the ball. Rizzuto now first to it. A couple of players slipping. And now it's Dresden who are in a position to attack via Jakob Lemmer. Daffner. Multhaub. Kotter. Riesch. Good ball in. Slightly too high there. It's a wayward strike. Lars Bühning deciding to chance his luck, but the result is a poor one from Lars Bühning. Ball crossed the line, Kotter unable to keep it in play. One of the key moments in the game could be provided by the substitutes, and you have to say that in that respect, Dresden do have, certainly on paper, the better strength and depth in terms of the squad. Some of the players who are capable of coming on, Tony Menzel, Jonas Ömichen, who's had a good season, and of course Robin Meissner. Stefan Kuchka, a little bit of a doubt due to injury. Niklas Hauptmann was also a doubt for the game, didn't take part in training on Wednesday with the Dresden squad. Training session which Stefan Kuchka twisted his ankle. Probably 50-50 Kuchka. You know that his combative spirit means that if he can play, then he certainly will play. He's on the bench, so he's at the disposal of Thomas Stamm. Dresden playing a high line. Great cross, nobody there. Kran. Sonsheimer dispossessed by Schapina. Rizzuto. Rabehic. Sonnenberg to Wilhelm, the substitute. Kran. Saarbrücken enjoying a good spell of possession early on in this second half. Rabbihich. Multhaup. It's given away straight to Kran. Sonsheimer. For the rest of the season, Saarbrücken will only be playing against teams beneath them in the league table. Rot-Weiss Essen, Alemannia Aachen, Dortmund 2 and BeReal. Judged to have crossed the line there. It looked like Dominic Cotter may just have kept that in play. Certainly looked like the ball is on the line there. It was a great scramble from him. This 25-year-old, a late arrival in this Dynamo Dresden squad, having made the switch in January from Bundesliga 2 side Regensburg. Player who's played most of his career in Bundesliga 2. Did have a stint in the Dritte Liga with Mannheim and with Regensburg, where he scored 10 goals, helping Regensburg to promotion to the Bundesliga 2. Bühning. You just wonder whether the instructions from both head coaches to their players was to calm things down somewhat, because this is a long way away from the frenetic pace we saw from both sets of players in the first half. Much more cagey affair since the restart. Kran. BeReal, good defending. And a good pass as well. Multhaup, Kran, Sonnenberg. A little bit of space here for Rizzuto. Moves it along quickly. Krüger. Rizzuto on the overlap. Well defended there by Claudio Kammerknecht. Lovely football again, Krüger. Kran didn't get the call. Referee gives the free kick. Yellow card shown to Elijah Kran for that challenge. Good tackle by Hauptmann. Ball across, and it's missed. Somehow missed. Oh, you'd have banked almost your house on Daphne scoring from there. Could be a big turning point in the game, unless Dresden can score now. Long distance, oh my goodness me! Niklas Hauptmann with one of the best strikes of his career. The Dresden captain has produced a moment of magic on Saarbrücken turf. That is unstoppable. Great time for Hauptmann to get his fifth of the campaign, restore Dynamo Dresden's two-goal cushion in this game. Just after Christoph Daphne had missed the unmissable. Hauptmann able to restore that cushion and make up for Daphne's mistake. Krüger, Multhau. Corner for Saarbrücken. Rabihic to Sontheimer. Kameknet is able to clear. Menzel. What a frustrating afternoon this must be for Philipp Menzel. He's conceded 3 goals and he's had absolutely nothing that he could do for any of them. Daphne and Hauptmann's strike simply too good. And Tolka's deflection. Horrible for the goalkeeper. Daphne down the left now. His ball goes in and it's cleared there by BeReal. Just feel that the Saarbrücken players here have really taken a knock to their confidence. Might accelerate the introduction of Austrian striker Stefan Viertag to try and change things around. We'll see what Rüdiger Ziel decides to do. Free man in the box. And the header this time is caught by Menzel. Jakob Lemmer. Böder stayed down. That's a rather innocuous challenge with Sven Sonnenberg. This is a win, put in context, that gives Dynamo Dresden a massive boost in terms of their promotion aspirations. With 4 games remaining, 3 of those games against teams in the bottom 3. You do feel that Dynamo Dresden might just be able to put last season's nightmare behind them and kick off for new beginnings in the Bundesliga 2 next campaign. They've certainly been a team that have been one of the most consistent over the campaign. Multhaup has done well. Now Krüger. See what he was trying to do there, Krüger. BeReal able to collect the loose ball. And the danger here for Dynamo Dresden is to sit back a little too much like they did before Sonnenberg was able to pull one back. We saw just how close Saarbrücken came to get an equaliser in that first half. Unkai. It's on timer. Good tackle. Timer, there's the tussle. He's not going to get the free kick. He is. He's not going to waste any time in taking it either. Saarbrücken need to pick up the pace. It's been a little bit sleepy from Rüdiger Ziel's players at the start of this second half. And as good as this is a result for Dresden, it's not a good one for DFC, as they are known here. Kran. Good play. BeReal tussling with Daffner. Rizzuto. One player we haven't seen too much is Rabihic. There he is there, combining with Rizzuto. Rabihic again. Switches it. Multhaup. Useful touch from him. Wilhelm. Sontheimer. Multhaup. Cross comes in, and that was a good header. Brünker had the power, not the direction. A bit sloppy defending. So substitutions here. Looks like Tim Sevilla is about to be put on for Elijah Kran, who's on a yellow card as well. And Multhaup is going to make way, which Stefan Viertag introduced. Tim Sevilla is a very good football player. He's going to bring a little bit more creativity. Rabihic might play a little bit further up the pitch as well. Sevilla's first involvement is to take this free kick. It's well taken. Corner is the decision of the referee. It was hit towards Sonnenberg, who once again rose highest to get his head on the ball. Timo Kansloveit judging that one of the Dresden players touched it after Sonnenberg did. Danger from the corner. Rabihic needs a good ball in. It is a good ball in. Sontheimer. And it's held onto by Schreiber, on target again. Thomas Stamm is ready to make a substitution. Looked to me like it was Mika Bauer who was just waiting to come on. Grünke, Sontheimer, Wilhelm. Hit down the channel for Krüger to chase, but asking a lot of Krüger. Schreiber able to waste a couple of seconds. We're approaching the midway point in this second half. Niklas Hauptmann's stunning strike has restored Dresden's 2-goal lead. Cotter, Dominic Cotter. Opens up here, Cotter, great ball through, Böder, Cotter, and another wicked deflection, but this will be claimed by Dominic Cotter. And it's game over now. Dresden are heading top of the Dritte Liga once again. And Dresden might just be getting a win. That takes them into the Bundesliga too. You have to say that luck hasn't been on Saarbrücken's side this afternoon, but the build-up is excellent. And that is just a horrific deflection off Rizzuto. Yet again, Philipp Menzel has been absolutely helpless on all 4 goals. There will be a standing ovation now from the away fans for their captain, Niklas Hauptmann. Another standout performance and one of the best goals, if not the best goal of his career. Mika Bauer is the player who comes on in Hauptmann's place. Stefan Viertag shown a yellow card for that challenge. And here is the Dresden main man, Stefan Kutschke, who has recovered from that ankle twist and is going to have 20 minutes here to show his quality. Booning's going to be okay to continue as well. It's going to be a double change made by Thomas Stamm. Booning might make way for David Kubata. 20 minutes left to play at the Ludwigsparkstadion. Sonnenberg's clearance. Rünke. It's going to be a free kick with Tim Sevilla unable to play the ball quickly. Kamaknecht with the foul this time. Taken quickly, Sevilla. Flicked on a couple of times, but no Saarbrücken player there. Rizzuto. Wilhelm. Again, cross, not a bad one, but it's Sterner who's the first to the ball, which is what will be disappointing for Rüdiger Ziel. Schapina. Not in the right tempo, that pass for Böder. That one was in the right tempo, but cut out by the stand-in Dresden captain. Riesch. Kotze. Bauer on the move. Changes made here by Stam, with Böder making way, and Christoph Daffner is also going to be taken off. Daffner's volley at the start of the first half, the difference, but Daffner might have just injured his calf there when he was celebrating Dominic Kotter's goal, and there can't be any risks taken with the Dritte Liga top scorer. 18th goal of the season in this game for Christoph Daffner. Another misunderstanding there, and it proves very nearly a costly misunderstanding. Kutschke could well have scored with one of his first touches of the game. Sontheimer. There's a real feeling now that Saarbrücken have more or less given up, and you can understand why. Might have been another late challenge. Riesch has kept on running. Bichel. Kutschke stayed down. Wilhelm there with the mistake. Kutschke very nearly able to dink it above Philipp Menzel, who did enough to put off the Dresden substitute. Heading into the final 15 minutes here at the Ludwigsparkstadion, the result is in the bag for Thomas Stam, unless something truly dramatic happens. Saarbrücken fans have stopped chanting with the same enthusiasm that they did. Sevilla into Krüger. Sevilla back across, Krüger collects. It's dropped. Great block. Claudio Kamiknecht with some fantastic defending. The noise you're hearing now is the Dresden fans with their traditional chant of Ostdeutschland, East Germany. Not a chant, I've been told, that is appreciated by all Germans. Schapina, Bauer, just behind Kuchka. Good strike, and well saved by Tim Schreiber. Viertag able to find a little bit of space. It's two good chances in quick succession here for Saarbrücken. Corner the result of that. Corner goes wide again. It's Viertag again. Surveyor's delivery really inviting, and it just bounces wide. Sonnenberg's header. Krüger, Viertag, Rabbit. There would have been some elements of the Saarbrücken fan base that have been confused and perhaps unhappy that Tim Surveyor didn't start the game, considering just how good he has been, Surveyor, for large parts of the season. Very technical, physical as well. So Rabbit makes way. Not a game that Kasim Rabbit will look back on with too much fondness. Never really managed to exert his influence on the match. Manuel Zaitz is on for the last 10 minutes or so. Krüger. This has been somewhat of a problem for Saarbrücken this season, that when Rabbit hasn't been able to really exert that influence on the game, the fact that Brünke is the other top scorer with 7 goals, they haven't really had that goal scorer to just knock one in now and then, take those big chances which they have had to draw level. Viertag, didn't quite sit for him. Zaitz, Viertag, Brünke. Kuchka. Schapina. Cotter. Might just be struggling now at the end of the game, Dominic Cotter. Zaitz. Sonnenberg. Sontheimer. Surveyor wins it back. Looked like he was fouled. It's not been given. Sterner forwards. BeReal. He's had a good game, BeReal, all things considered. Hasn't been at fault for any of the goals. Krüger. Becoming a more and more open game now. Gaps appearing as Saarbrücken look to push for a goal to make the scoreline slightly more respectable. Dynamo Dresden quite happy to just defend the lead now, and Dominic Cotter looks like he's going to be taken off. Struggling with cramp, you can understand why. Sontheimer. Krüger. Viertag. There's been a lack of understanding really at the front there between Krüger, Brünker and Viertag since he's come on. Surveyor fizzing that pass in. No one able to latch onto it. Spoken about the games remaining for Dynamo Dresden. Saarbrücken with a couple of matches that will be more challenging. And this result now means that you feel Saarbrücken need to take at least 3 wins to have any hope of finishing in the top 3. They're only 2 points behind Cottbus. Cottbus haven't been in the best form, but they were able to get back to winning ways at exactly the right time against Viktoria Köln. A little bit of a gap starting to open now between Dresden, Bielefeld and Cottbus and Saarbrücken and the rest of the league. Surveyor. Schreiber's able to dive onto the loose ball. Nice run by Tim Surveyor. And again, when you look at that, just feel that their luck hasn't been on their side, Saarbrücken. Zaitz. Surveyor. Sontheimer wins it back. Another good tackle though. Bauer trying to force the issue. The good tackle by Sonnenberg. It's not. Sonnenberg shown a yellow card. He's been threatening to receive for most of the game. Thomas Starr makes his last two changes. Dominic Cotta with his 5th of the season, his 5th since joining the club in January. Tony Menzel, one of the players who's going to be thrown on, as is Jonas Ermischen, who comes on for Jakob Lemmer as well. Off Ermischen, behind for a Dresden corner. It's a real tussle by that corner flag. Riesch. Stonsheimer, Kutschke there. Stonsheimer not giving up the fight despite the position his team finds itself in. Sabina. Sevilla. Lack of quality in that final pass again. The second half has really been not up to the standards expected by Saarbrücken. The standards that they've set themselves with their performances this season. Confirmation that Rüdiger Ziel and DFC are really finishing the season with difficulty. It'll mean that Saarbrücken have only won 1 of their last 6 league games. Sonnenberg. Wilhelm. Sonnenberg. Last 30 seconds of the 90, and then added time. Game's been over for quite some time. Schreiber clears. 5 minutes added on here. Healthy chunk. Everyone was just hoping to have this one end and enjoy a late Easter lunch. Sevilla. Try to bring something to the party, Sevilla. It's not quite happened for him. A Dresden clap. That's going to be a foul against BeReal. Cynical. Hermischen had got past him. Yellow card shown to BeReal. Be considered a bad day at the office for Rüdiger Zil. Sonsheimer. Wilhelm Sonsheimer again. Tag. Not enough players running around him. It's been a really commanding performance from Thomas Stam's players in this second half. That's something you can't take away from them. Yes, they've been lucky with 2 of their goals, but the way that they've controlled the game, taking the sting out of the game. There was a reaction there from Sonsheimer. Bühning saw it. It looked to me like Sonsheimer lashed out in frustration, and that could be costly for Sonsheimer. If this is judged to be sending off, then he's going to miss important games here for Saarbrücken, just because he was unable to keep his cool at the end of the game. Let's see what the referee decides to do. Looks like it's just going to be a yellow. Bühning shown one for his trouble as well. Riesch goes down, and Sonsheimer here. Oh, there's not much in that, in fairness to Sonsheimer. You can tell he's angry, Patrick Sonsheimer. He's been Saarbrücken's best player in terms of moving the ball along, trying to make things happen. It's not quite happened. Bauer, BeReal, too physical that time. Dynamo Dresden take a massive step towards promotion to the Bundesliga 2 after flattening one of their direct competitors 4-1 away from home. It's a sobering afternoon for Rüdiger Zil and for Saarbrücken, but it is a moment of triumph for Thomas Stam and for Dresden. They look like they're on their way to repairing the damage that was done late on last season when they staged a late collapse. Fantastic game of football at the Ludwigsparkstadion. It's ended here. Saarbrücken 1, Dynamo Dresden 4.